One thing I am not really a fan of are NFTs, and especially in the video games industry. We've seen multiple companies trying out NFTs or to implement NFTs into video games. Square Enix is one that's very recently an example of. Ubisoft has tried it as well, but companies think there is a way to make money off that, and where there is money to be made, these gaming giants will be there to make use of it. And now there is a new patent out for Sony to implement a transfer system for NFTs between games. We'll talk all about that in today's video, so sit back, relax, enjoy, take a beverage, and let's get on with the news. So recently there's a new post on the Gaming Leaks and Rumors subreddit that I wanted to take a look at, that Sony has patented a basically NFT trading system that transfers NFTs between games and publishers and consoles. This is not a very good thing. I'm very against NFTs. I've made that standpoint very clear, especially in the video game industry. NFTs bros can do whatever they want in their NFT space. I don't just want it in my video games. I don't see anything good coming from it. I don't want this basically play to earn model. I want this just play for fun model that we have had for years, and it works. And I don't want any earning models in video games whatsoever. And every time something like this happens, I will speak out against it. Square Enix is one of my favorite publishers, and I do not support them on this decision whatsoever. So let's take a look at what Sony has trademarked. Sony files patent for NFTs to allow transfers between games and consoles. This might be related to Sony's gas-focused games currently in development, as well as their rumored upcoming Horizon MMO to PlayStation. Or could this be something they are working together with Square Enix on, considering Square is focusing heavily on NFTs and already have a very close relationship to Sony? So basically what they're talking about is this patent. And I have this patent, we'll take a look at it. Keep in mind, just because something has been patented by a company doesn't mean it will go through. It's just an idea that they have, but still that they are thinking about it is scary to me. Let's take a look at this. NFT framework for transferring and using digital assets between game platforms. And you see here title NFT transferring, and you see here this patent. Basically it's an image. I don't really know how these work because I am not a technical designer, like a manufacturer for hardware and software. So I have no idea what I'm looking at. Maybe you guys in the comment section can give a clue. The idea basically is to have assets, NFTs. If you don't know what an NFT is, it's basically like an image or a digital item with its own source code, ID, shall I say, that is unique to that item and that can have some sort of value, like an art piece, like the Mona Lisa is worth a lot of money, and they hope that they can get a lot of money for exclusive digital items to make basically a trading economy type of thing. I don't want that because it will ruin gameplay design, it will ruin progression systems in games, and I just don't want that stuff in my games, period. Now, this is a framework for a transferring system, so maybe that doesn't mean Sony wants to directly get involved in themselves into NFTs. Maybe they just want to have the network there to do it for other publishers, but I just don't want this stuff there. And we know Sony is busy with all these games as a service games. That's real, that's confirmed, that's something that they've said multiple times, that they want to make more games as a service games, which is already I'm against in the first place on, because that's also a thing I do not like. But then also going with NFTs and making a system to basically provide NFT transferring systems, alluring basically companies to do NFTs is not something I support. So we shall see if anything really happens from it. It's just a patent for now. Sony has done multiple patents for different stuff, even like for handheld consoles after the PSP, but nothing came of it. Or patents for VR. We do have a VR too. They have done multiple patents. Some patents have never released. So that doesn't mean this will release. But to be honest, how can you not see as Sony the landscape of the gaming landscape of social media and see how many people are against NFTs and then think like, oh yeah, we can make something for NFTs, sure, why not? You know, it baffles me. It just proves yet again that these companies, these gaming companies, are not our friends. They are people that want to make money. And it's kind of a love-hate relationship for gamers, because we love the games that they make, and it's a form of art, of course. Story-driven games that I really loved, like Last of Us, or just from Sony as an example, or Witcher from CD Projekt Red, or Skyrim is one of my favorite games of all time, or the Pokemon games, or the Kingdom Hearts games, or Final Fantasy, or, you know, Persona. I love these games a lot. But these companies also want to make as much profit and money as they can, especially the AAA industry. They want to keep their investors happy, and the investors might be looking towards NFTs as a new source of revenue. We already have microtransactions. Is that not bad enough, guys? And loot boxes and live services. We all know how the release of Gran Turismo went. Did we already forget that one? The recent release from Sony, the recent Gran Turismo, had so much controversy behind it because it has outrageous microtransactions. So Sony is not a stranger to doing these types of stuff. Of course, we do still get high quality single player games from Sony. The Spider-Mans, hopefully Ghost of Tsushima 2. And as long as they can do a lot of single player games next to the some of the multiplayer ones, that's fine. This doesn't mean I am against multiplayer games from Sony. It's just games as a service, that word is not fun, not good whatsoever. All the games as a services models games have failed, most of them. Not all of them. Fortnite does good, and Destiny also is pretty good. But most of them failed. Fallout 76 failed. Anthem failed. Avengers failed. Recently now, if you take a look at Suicide Squad, the Custom Justice League, already having a lot of flack. Games as a service models usually don't work, or you need to spend a lot of time into multiplayer alone. Like something like Overwatch. I think the first Overwatch was actually a pretty good game. But when you're going to implement single player elements into that, when you don't have a focus anymore, shall I say, it's going to get out of hand and you want to do everything, and that's when these games are starting to suck, basically. But we shall see what's coming from this. It's just a patent for now for NFT trading. Let me know in the comment section down below, what do you guys think of this news? Is this worrying to you whatsoever? Is this going to be just for other publishers and Sony isn't going to do anything on NFTs? Or is Sony trying to prepare for NFT market? Let me know in the comment section down below. Are you just as worried as I am? So every week I am doing a comment of the video, like comment of the day on my next video. Last video I just forgot to do it. I'm sorry about that. But for this video I will be doing a comment of the day type of thing. My last video was about Spider-Man 2, and we have a very hardcore member of the channel, Rock Zupan. He has been commenting a lot of times on my videos. I'm excited for the Spider-Man 2. I hope they will show us in the next PlayStation showcase. Yeah, I hope so too. It's going to happen, I can tell you, because the game is now releasing probably in September. So they are doing, though, their shorter marketing spans times. So they will probably start their marketing cycle maybe around, let's say, June. Maybe somewhere like that. Or maybe even May this time, because we have rumors of this PlayStation showcase happening a little bit sooner than E3 time period. So that's where we can probably expect the new Spider-Man to show up. So be hyped about that, Rock. Thank you guys for commenting as always. If you want to have your comment to be featured in my video, comment down below and you make a chance to be in my next video. Thank you guys for watching. As always, like this video if you like it. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see more gaming news and gaming leaks and rumors. And of course, visit my social media in the description down below. And I will see you guys in the next Get Rekt gaming news video. Bye bye.